I remember the day it all began. The day Karachi became more than just my home. It was like the city itself was breathing, pulsing with hidden life. You see, I was just a boy then, holding a vial of Zam-Zam water, not knowing it would change everything. The glass felt cool against my palm, but the liquid inside, it seemed to glow with an inner fire.
In every drop of Zam-Zam, there's a story waiting to be told. Your journey begins here, young one.
Those words, they seemed to dance in the air, shimmering like the heat rising from the slums. Arabic calligraphy swirling and twisting, forming patterns I couldn't quite grasp. And then I took a sip of that Zam-Zam water. The taste, it was like drinking liquid starlight.
What's happening?
Reality, it just melted away. Karachi dissolved into sand, endless sand. The slums liquefied, each droplet a memory, a story, transforming into golden grains. And there I was, atop a dune, my whole life about to unfold before me. As I slid down, my body left a trail of intricate patterns, each one a chapter of the story I was yet to live. In that moment, I realized my journey, my story, it was just beginning. And oh, what a story it would be. The sand beneath my feet, it just kept shifting, you know? And then, suddenly, it wasn't sand anymore. It was snow. I stepped off that plane, and boom, another world. Each footprint I left behind bloomed into these intricate ice crystals. Beautiful, but man, so cold.
Is this really Canada?
But I had to move forward. Each step was a battle, breaking through layers of ice, of doubt, of fear. The snow swirled around me, creating these wild fractal storms in the air. And that's when I saw her. Another kid, looking just as lost as me. Fatima. I don't know what came over me, but I reached into my pocket and pulled out that vial of Zam-Zam water, the last drop I had from home.
Here, take this. It helps.
As she drank, this warm glow spread between us, like a bridge of light connecting our shared struggles. What came next was a whirlwind, learning to ice skate, our movements leaving trails of geometric light.
It's so sweet.
Tasting maple syrup, the sweetness exploding in fractal patterns across our taste buds.
It's like the sky is telling us a story.
She was right. It was telling our story. The story of two kids from worlds away, finding their place in this new, fractured, beautiful reality. Atlanta, man. That's where things really started to get weird. I mean, weird in a good way, you know? I stumbled upon this stuff called Shilajit. It's like, imagine if you could eat history, you know?
Huh? What's happening to me?
As soon as I took that Shilajit, it was like, boom, my whole world fractured.
Knowledge is power, but wisdom is liberation.
Make it stop. I can't process all this.
And then, just when I thought things couldn't get any crazier, I got this letter. Deportation, it said. Just like that. Everything I'd built here was at risk. I found myself at this crossroads, right?
Where do I go? What do I do?
Everything around me just shattered. Like a million mirrors breaking at once. And there I was, standing in this void, watching that deportation letter burn up. The ashes, man, they spelled out lost right there in the air. And I felt it. I was lost, right there in the air. And I felt it. I was lost. Lost between worlds, between lives. How did that boy from Karachi end up here, in this fractal storm of a life? You know that moment when everything just clicks. That's what happened at Lake Lanier. But man, the journey there...
Young one, your battle is not with swords but with words.
He handed me this pen that transformed into a sword and back again. It hit me like a ton of bricks, you know? And as I started to write, something magical happened. The lake became alive, each word creating ripples that showed my whole life. The fractals, man, they started rising from the water, swirling around me like a tornado of memories. I could feel every immigrant kid walking through snow in sneakers, every dreamer in the slums, every fighter finding their true battle. Connecting all the places I'd been, all the lives I'd lived. It was beautiful, man.
This is my story. This is our story.
And just like that, I wasn't lost anymore. I was exactly where I needed to be, doing what I was meant to do. Writing Man the Book, connecting worlds with words, turning our immigrant journey into a cosmic tapestry. Eternal sacred, with the power to quench the thirst of generations. And as I wrote the final words of that first chapter, the lake shimmered one last time, spelling out in ripples,